Hey guys, welcome to my video. Just doing an introduction to my truck. The mods on it, I've done a couple videos with it, so I can't explain everything that I've done to it, how long I've had it and all that. So I've had it for about 3 years. It took me about 6 months of looking to find this truck. I ended up finding it on my way to work one day. But the reason I bought it is because I had an F350 that went bad. I bought it, it had a slight ticking sound. We did a bunch of research, diagnostics on it. Ended up needing a new motor, and I basically just kind of sold that at a huge loss, walked away from it. And then I googled what's the most reliable diesel truck, and they came up with the Duramax LBZ or LMM, and I looked at my budget and this was in it, and I went for it. So this is a 2007 2500 HD. It's the classic. Couple things that I wanted when I bought the truck, because as you guys know, it was 3 years ago. This truck was still 10 years old, 20 years old, right? No, 10 years old. So I wanted a light color interior. I wanted full load, and I wanted like a tan or a light beige interior, which this truck has. I was hoping for a sunroof, but that didn't work. I really wanted the front marker lights on the cab, and I thought, hey, if I don't get those, I'll put those in. Then I just didn't have the heart to drill in the holes to do that. I wanted the fender flares, actually. That was one thing I really wanted. Then I realized it's a rust problem, especially up here in Canada. And this one didn't have them. This was an Arizona truck originally. And so I just never put them on because I don't want to deal with the rust either. Yeah, so for 6 months I checked the Auto Trader, the Craigslist, Facebook, or anywhere, and I looked at a couple trucks, and rust was a big thing, especially here in Canada. The US dollar exchange rate was not very good then, so unfortunately I had to kind of keep looking local, and they did come up. I wanted crew cab. I had 2 kids when I bought it. I have 3 now, and they all fit in here. I wanted something that was capable of towing. Obviously an LBZ didn't come in well, there was very rare a 3500, so I couldn't really get more payload or more of a truck for my budget. My budget was 25,000. I think I spent 20,000 on this truck, and then I ended up doing mods and things to it. It needed, tires were bald when I got it, so I did that right away. Yeah, so as if you saw the older interiors, you know that they were dark, right? The interior on this truck's pretty clean. This had way more miles on it than I wanted. I wanted a low mile truck. This one had 300,000 on it, 291 when I bought it, which I think is 182,000 miles. So that was kind of an issue, but the condition of the truck was spectacular. So I looked underneath it. There's no rust. There's majority of the rust on here is actually caused by me. I take it sledding. Right off the bat, the front end needed to be done. It was destroyed. The tires were bald. The mirrors were just like the standard car mirrors, so there was no like, it didn't look like anyone towed very much with it, although I was told that there was a 25-foot motorhome, or sorry, travel trailer that was towed with it. But otherwise the truck was bone stock, no mods. That was important to me. I didn't want someone else's modded out cheap China parts truck. I wanted someone that barely used the truck. So first thing I did when I bought the truck was change the mirrors, actually, so you can actually see the stock mirrors. You couldn't see anything. I got new tires and wheels. Actually, I ran them for like 6 months, the ones that came with it. And these are 34.1s. They said they wouldn't fit, but they got them to fit, you know. Big fender mods done there. It does rub on the other side, just barely on the plastic. I haven't really addressed it because it's plastic, whatever. It'll wear out when it wears out. On the front end, we did everything, A to Z. Tie rods, upper control arm, Krytonite, ball joints. We did the idler arm, the pitman arm. We did a steering box, a red head steering box. We did the all Bilstein shocks, Bilstein stabilizer. I went absolute full throttle on it. The redhead box, I think I'd probably do a video on that because that did not turn out the way I wanted. I probably should not have done that, but I'll explain that at another time. What else did I do? Basically, the bearings were good. They had just been done when I bought it, so I didn't do those. But like the little odds and ends, basically everything got changed at the front. I still need to do the power steering lines. I also need to do the power steering pump. It's got a little bit of a squeal to it. I can show you guys the frame. This body rust is all me, unfortunately. I do spray it before sled season every year. Let me see if you can see that. It's all black. There's no browning. I took the box off when I got it, and when I was installing the lift pump, then I redid all the back end of the frame and underneath the box. So the fuel system, I did a lift pump right away. I did the mirrors, front end completely. I didn't buy a hitch until I bought the fifth wheel. So the fifth wheel I bought in I think September, a year and a half later, and then I did the hitch. I did a B&W hidden gooseneck hitch because I do haul things in the box. Right now the companion's still in here. The Roland lock, the F350 came stock with it. I thought it was a dumbass thing when I first got it, but when you have kids and strollers and random shit, I don't think I can live without it now. Also with the fifth wheel hitch, I just cover it up and nothing's in there, and no one really asks. When I'm hauling enclosed trailers, we just close it up and go from there. Campsites with the fifth wheel, close it up, no issues whatsoever, right? Interior on this truck, like I said, I think I'm sitting at 330,000 kilometers. It's a US truck. I can easily figure that in miles, but that's got to be 190,000 miles. I don't drive. It's not my daily driver. It is just the hauler of things, basically what it does. And the interior is extremely clean. The back seats, it doesn't look like anyone ever sat on them. And for finding it on the side of the road, the reason these trucks were hard to find here back then even was that they're all getting shipped out to the US. The dollar exchange rate's so nice, the dealers trade them in for 20, 30,000, send them down there, sell them for the exact same price, but they make 35% more on their money, right? So the front end completely done, rear end, just airbags, the fifth wheel hitch, and then when I did the delete was a year and a half later. Or actually, yeah, it was quite a bit later. It was a lot of money, so I didn't want to do it all at once. And when I did that, I slowly started collecting the parts, and I did a full delete. So it's a Y bridge, no spacer plates, no blocker plates, none of that shit. Let me get this hood fucking open. So yeah, this is cheap. Shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. It's done now. Full delete, like I said. You can see the plug there, the PCV revalves, reroutes, a downpipe on the back. There is a new header on this side because I broke the bolt going to the downpipe. So the up pipe. So new up pipe, LB7 Up Pipe, MBRP downpipe, turbo back exhaust with a muffler. Yeah, so when I bought the truck, there was no blow-by in the motor. There was, I did an inspection through another company, like a different repair shop, and they gave it a clean bill of health. The balance rates are really good. Doesn't burn any oil. It runs very, very smooth. The trans oil was pretty good. I've now redone all that shit. Installed an LED light in the grill. I plastic dipped the grill there. And what else have I really done to this thing? Recently I installed a backup camera with this new deck. It's just an Alpine deck, and it kind of integrates into here, so you can't really see a different backup camera. There's nothing down here that's drilled up. I'm gonna change the hitch out pretty soon here. I don't like the slop that it has. It's a piece of shit. Future mods. I really don't have any, to be honest. I'll probably change the tires soon. Like, they're okay still, but that's probably on my list. I'm gonna get different rims. I love how these look, but I hate how they come off. You have to take like 12 Allen screws off to take one wheel off. Just bullshit, absolute bullshit. Yeah, not much going on, just repair, maintenance. These trucks runs great, lots of power. Hauls that 15,000 pound camper there, no problem. The dump trailer's no issues at all. We can load a mini excavator on the gooseneck and she'll take her anywhere you want to go. So I definitely recommend one of these. I'm in love with it. And so yeah, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to post them in the comments section. The step bars came with it. I wanted to get some better ones, but honestly, not really a priority. I'm just trying to think about anything else that might have been done, but no. Thank you for watching my video of my Duramax.